this is the classic map. It shows you the Amorites, and Moab, and Edom, and so on. The Nabateans are putting pressure on Edom. So Edom crosses over and sets up a kingdom called Idumea. That's the Greek way of speaking of Edom. That's the Greek, Idumea. And you can find even into the Roman period maps that have this rough outline for the land of Idumea. Okay. Hebron remained under Edomite control until Judas Maccabeus retook the city under Jewish control in 164 BC. 38 years later, 126 BC, they had to be reconquered by the Jewish army under Prince and High Priest John Hyrcanus. But here's something that most people miss. The Idumeans were forced to die, flee, or be proselytized into Judaism. We're all very familiar with the Jews that were mercilessly forced to become Christians under the Inquisition. That kind of abusive procedure never produces anything instructive, obviously. But most of us don't realize the Jews did the same thing. They forced Edomites or Idumeans to become Jews. They don't really become Jews. They pretend to become Jews, right? I have been puzzled in recent years, as I discovered when I deal with a lot of rabbis, when they speak of the globalists, these powerful people that are presumably trying to move the planet Earth to a global government, they're people that hold those views, rabbis speak of the globalists as Edomites. And I asked them, I said, hey, where do you get that? Why do you call them Edomites? They looked at me sort of surprised. And they point out that there are people in very powerful circles that most people think are Jewish, but they're not. They're Idumeans. Most of us think of Rothschild. We think of Rothschild. We don't pronounce it properly. It's Rothschild. It's red shield. It has an Edomite root. So does Rockefeller. So does Roosevelt. Red world, and so on. So there's some undertones here. The Edomites are bubbling up through our society invisibly, sort of.